Welcome to another Eatin' with Joe. It is 90 degrees, like 150% humidity. Perfect day to work on a hot grill. You're going to want to stick around for this mukbang. It is our very first grilling mukbang, but it's not quite what you think. We are continuing our tour of the states, and today we're talking about New Mexico. We're going to have one of New Mexico's most iconic foods, Hatch Green Chiles. And thrown in a couple of poblano chilies just to cover our bases. If you haven't tried Hatch Green Chiles before, especially grilled or roasted Hatch Green Chiles, you're definitely going to want to put them on the menu the next time you grill out. Hatch Green Chiles, or sometimes people can substitute Anaheim chilies, are so versatile when making southwestern food. They can be used for chili rellenos, queso dip, homemade salsa. You can sneak them inside burritos, put them in omelets, put them in eggs, or you could do what I'm going to do today. Now first, I'm sure you have a few questions. Not only do I know what your questions are, but I'm here with the answers. Time for a little Eatin' with Joe mind reading. Question number one. What exactly is a Hatch chili? Well, Hatch chilies are chilies grown in the Hatch Valley of New Mexico, near the city of Hatch, New Mexico, way down on the southern border, where it's nice and hot. Perfect chili growing weather. And as I said, you can also substitute Anaheim chilies if you can't find Hatch chilies in your grocery store. Question number two, are they hot? Hatch chilies spice level is all over the board, going from mild to super hot, but it really depends on where they're grown and what strain of seeds they're used. Question number three, what other foods is New Mexico known for? Well, go figure, it's famous for all sorts of great southwestern style dishes. Pozole, carne adobada, red and green chilies, sopapillas, basically all the best stuff on earth. Southwestern food is so flavorful I could eat it every day. And today, that's what we're having. All right. Let's get to grilling. Now, if you haven't done this before, don't be intimidated. Honestly, this is the easiest thing in the world. Step number one, turn on the grill. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Step number two, put the peppers on the grill. All right, we're gonna let it warm up for a second. You want your grill on medium high. It's gotta be high enough where it chars them, but it doesn't burn them. It's a fine line between burnt and charred. Walk that line, my friend. The payoff is worth it. All right, here we go. Put them right over the flame. Again, it's got to be a hot flame. We're going to put all the Hatch chilies in the back. We're going to put the poblanos right up front. And there you go. It's just that easy. Put them about 3 to 4 minutes aside. Check it out. Make sure they're not burning. Charred, not burnt. Flip them, and you do this enough times, you'll be able to tell when they're done. They'll be a little charred, just a little blistering, a little bit of juice coming out of the blisters. Perfect. All right, let's see what we have. Now that is exactly what you want. Charred, not burned. Let's flip these over. Now those are the Hatch in the back. Let's check out the poblanos in the front. Not quite ready. All right, the Hatch chilies are moved up to the top. The poblanos are now on the flame. We are minutes away from perfection. Can you feel it? Now I'll show you in a little bit the reason why we got to get them like this. But the skins on these chilies are very tough, so they got to go. But the rest of the meat, we got to leave it intact as much as possible. Now you can prepare these peppers in a broiler in the oven. You can even do it in a pan on the stovetop. But if you got a grill going, why on earth would you do it any other way? This is the best way to prepare these chilies, especially when it's this hot. Now when they're truly done and really ready, this is how they look. And now is when the real magic happens. While they're still hot, fresh off the grill, put them in a brown paper bag, crimp it shut. Leave them in there about an hour. That gives the skins time to really soften and get ready for removal, and save as much of the meat of the pepper as you can. Like I say, come back to them in about an hour. Then you start peeling the skins. And this part should be pretty easy if you did it right. Get rid of the stems, get rid of the seeds. Use them right away, or you can freeze them. You can freeze these things for up to 2 years. All right, so we've roasted our pepper, we've peeled the peppers, we've cut up the peppers, and I've called an audible. We are gonna put it in some enchiladas. Enchiladas are one of the staples of New Mexico cuisine, and they are made so much better with some of these roasted hatch chilies. Let's dig in. All right, so we have 4 hatch chilies. We have 4 enchiladas, and sticking with the theme, we have 4 things that you probably didn't know about New Mexico. The land of enchantment. Number 1, there are more cows in New Mexico than there are people. New Mexico obviously is a pretty small state population-wise. The biggest town is Albuquerque, which is just over 500,000 people. But it's huge geography-wise. While it's only the 36th most populous state, it's the 5th largest size-wise. Number 2, the Albuquerque Balloon Festival, one of the biggest events in the state. Sells over 750,000 tickets every year. It's a hell of a sight. And when you consider that the town of Albuquerque is only 500,000 people, that's a big event. Number 3, there are some places in New Mexico that have been around for well over 1,000 years. There's even a pueblo outside of Taos, New Mexico, that has been continually inhabited for over 1,000 years. That's quality construction right there. Heat's sneaking up on me here. I picked some good peppers. Number 4, the highest elevation in New Mexico is over 13,000 feet. Some people imagine New Mexico as a desert. It is definitely not a desert. Like a lot of the big states out west, it has desert parts, but you got your mountains, you got your skiing, you got your deserts, you got your rivers, you got your fishing, you got it all, man. Don't sleep on New Mexico. Santa Fe, gorgeous, beautiful. Great place to hang out for a couple of days. Taos, New Mexico, incredible skiing. Beautiful, light, fluffy powder. It's a telemarker's dream. And finally, let's not forget our friends from Roswell. Well, there you go. 4 peppers. 4 enchiladas. Got the sweats. As always, thanks very much for watching. Thanks for sharing this. If you know of anybody you think would enjoy this video, please, please, please share a link. Remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell, the whole 9 yards. Thanks again for your time. I always appreciate it. Have a good one, and remember to fire up those chilies the next time you hit the grill. Charred, not burnt. Walk that line, my friend. The payoff is worth it. Can you feel it?